excited are you, Joe, to play a role in the recruiting?
Recruiting is what I'm really excited about, only because it's something that I haven't done hands-on, and I think recruiting is all about relationships, and recruiting is all about being transparent, and I've learned a lot about that on this staff. You know, Coach Campbell does as good of a job, and our recruiting office does as good of a job with our coaching staff of being informative. When the coaches go on the road in the spring, the last couple years, we've spent time in the staff room with Coach Campbell, and a lot of it has to do with evaluation and the process behind recruiting, because it really is a process, and that process starts with growing a relationship, developing trust with the kids, and being transparent. Recruiting is something really fascinating, and something I'm going to be head over heels about coming this spring.
Thank you.
Thanks, John.
Coach, I'm late to the party here, but
Cool.
I might ask you some questions you've already
Yeah.
asked. But just what are some of the big differences between just working with the kickers and now overseeing the entire special teams?
Yeah, it's something that I've worked really hard and study a lot of it. Most people just think, hey, like, you know, he was just able to have a kicking background and a punting background. Well, now it's more understanding the techniques and schematics instead of the last couple of years where I was just reporting on our opponent. Now it's what schematics, what techniques, what tactics can we use as a whole comprehensively with the other 10 guys. And, you know, Coach Gasser, Coach McDonald, Coach Golish, Coach Veit have been really integral in me growing in that part, learning about the different skill sets that are required to coach those guys at a high level, not just the specialists. And so that's really interesting on my end is really putting all the pieces together that require this opportunity in a job.
How vital is it to be able to work with those position coaches, knowing you're kind of borrowing some of their guys to play some special teams?
That's right, and we are an all hands on deck staff when it comes to special teams, and it's been neat to learn from each of the position coaches and develop my own skills in learning about what skill sets are with each position group, and then most importantly applying them in special teams. You know, a lot of those offensive skill set guys don't practice defensive skills technique like tackling, and on the defense those guys don't practice offensive skill sets like blocking. But on the punt team we have offensive and defensive guys where, you know, the best blockers are the worst tacklers, and the best tacklers are the worst blockers. So you have to find a way to make it correlate in terms of getting the best 10 guys on the field with the specialist or the returner and making the whole thing work.
How important is it to the dynamic, to the program as a whole, that you and some of these other guys we're talking to today have been in the program and are familiar with each other and the players?
That's right. Yeah, I think, like Coach Campbell says, it's all about trust. And with that being our foundation and us being a program predicated on attitude and effort, my continuity with the staff has been important. I've been with them. This will be my 4th season. And knowing what the expectations are from the head coach trickled down to the position coaches, it allows for me to really understand what the expectations are and grow from there.
Thanks for your time, Coach.